yes, the company probably hasn't lived up to the promise. Purinju believes the future looks okay. Let's try and get a sense of that future from Vijay Thadani, VC and MD of NIIT, joins us right now on the show. Good having you, Mr. Thadani. Thanks so much for joining in. The obvious question to start off such an interaction would be about how, after going through a long restructuring and realignment of portfolio and priority, the kind of vision that you're presenting for NIIT, if you can actually just give us in a nutshell.
Yeah. So I think, first of all, the restructuring process of an education and training company by design has to be a longer process than it is for any other company. The reason is there are existing students, there are existing centers, there are existing contracts, and all of them need to be honored as well while you are doing your restructuring process. So I think the fact that it took us 2 to 3 years is indeed correct. And the other good thing is that after the restructuring process, I think the next step was re-energize the organization, and we brought in some fresh talent. We have Rahul Patwardhan, who has taken over as the CEO, who's brought new energy and new focus into the organization. We have Shivan Bhargav, who's leading the skills and career segment, who's brought his own rich experience and understanding of emerging markets, as well as his understanding of the consumer marketing space. So I think all these things, as well as the existing people with a lighter load to carry in terms of a balance sheet, definitely has created a new energy in the organization. Now, when we look at the future, I think in the future there are 2 large trends which I think we should be very clear about. One, I call the global talent development discussion, where more and more organizations are realizing that talent is the real asset, and managing talent, especially developing talent, is a very, very specialized subject. And the good news is that NIIT is one amongst the 2 or 3 specialized companies now recognized over the world who can help global corporations manage their talent development process in the most effective and efficient manner. And this is borne fruit from the fact that we have had a consistent growth record, new brands, new logos getting added in our customer stream, and a large order book which is pointing at managed training services becoming an existing good offering.
Right. Okay, Mr. Thadani, due to paucity of time, let me get on board. Mr. Thadani, due to slight paucity of time, let me get on board the value investor Purinju Veliyat, who actually likes your company. And Purinju, the floor is yours.
Yes, Mr. Vijay. Now the domestic business, mostly the skills and career business, it has stopped bleeding. That's what I understand from the statement of the company. And the CLG, the corporate learning group, the corporate learning solutions business, mostly in North America and Europe, that's also really picking up. I hope you might have added at least 20-25 clients by now. Like it was known like Philips, Shell, and maybe General Electric, SAP. Kind of clients are joining for that. It's a new emerging opportunity in the world, the HR and training outsourcing. And domestically, things are looking much better and a better environment going forward. So, and it's a clean balance sheet company and one of the biggest brand in the world. I'm looking at, I have told my followers, this can be $1 billion company by market value in the next 5 years' time. I would like to hear your comment about it, your vision about it.
Yeah, I think you are absolutely right. The global talent development space is indeed a great opportunity. Your company is positioned extremely well and is improving its position. I call it your company because you are one of our valued investors as well as a valued supporter. The second issue is Skill India is a huge opportunity. I think the positioning which Skill India has got in the society and the fact that skilling is now considered socially a valid profession and something which people should pursue. The second, along with that, both government as well as public sector undertakings as well as employers preferring standard skills qualifications, certified skilled professionals, is a positive sign. Obviously, the economy's tailwind will definitely help us make sure that more and more people get skilled, but there is a great opportunity to skill India, which, as you know, you've seen the McKinsey and NSDC report, nearly 12 million people have to be added every year in the skill place. Question is what skills, how deep the skills, and will the employers recognize those skills by paying them the premium? I think these are the questions on the horizon, but all the winds are now blowing in the right direction. Of course, we need the support of the tailwind of the economy as well.